What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL, but more specifically talking AFC because we're doing our AFC divisions preview and predictions, and I'm continuing this series as I've already done the NFC. If you guys missed that, please go check out my videos on the NFC. I did every single division there as well. But real quick before I get started, please make sure to follow me on Twitter, link below for that. Follow me on Instagram as well. And of course, if you have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. You will not regret it for more NFL content. But with that being said, let's get started. Today we're doing the AFC East. And we start with none other than the New England Patriots, who are of course the cream of the crop in the NFL, the defending Super Bowl champions. Now the question is, will they repeat? They somehow got better in the offseason, folks, okay? So the Patriots are of course the gold standard in the NFL, although they have been accused of cheating sometimes. In all seriousness, I'm not a Patriots hater at all. I'm not a big fan of the Patriots. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm not a Patriots hater. I totally understand what the Patriots are in terms of what they have been for the past decade. Total dominance for longer than a decade, actually. And the New England Patriots are greatness personified, so absolutely not trying to take anything away from them, and they're going to dominate this division like they always do, and it might be even easier this season, okay, folks? At this point, to me, I just went down the schedule and I just tried to see, okay, what games are the Patriots going to lose here, because at this point, could they go 16-0? Could they go 19-0 and win the Super Bowl again? That's more of the discussion than, oh, what is the Patriots record going to be this year? Because we all know they're going to be very, very good, okay? They added to their offense and their defense as well this year. They traded for Brandon Cooks. So now you got Brandon Cooks as your receiver. You got Julian Edelman still there. You got Chris Hogan, Malcolm Mitchell, Gronk coming back. So a stacked receiving core. Then, of course, you added Mike Gillislee to the backfield along with Rex Burkhead. You still got James White. And you still got Dion Lewis. So you got 2 pass-catching backs and 2 power backs, okay? So versatility there for the Patriots. And of course, to the defense, they also added a couple pieces, most notably Stephon Gilmore, the cornerback from the Buffalo Bills. So their secondary improved as well. So like I said, the Patriots somehow got better, okay? And when I look at their schedule and I try to see what games they're going to lose, because that's really what we're talking about at this point, I have the Patriots going 13-3. And the reason I say 13-3 is I see 5 to really tough games, okay? They play the Raiders, Chiefs, and Falcons at home, and they're at the Steelers, and they're at the Bucks, okay? I think they lose to the Raiders, I think they lose to the Falcons, and I think they lose to either the Bucks or the Steelers. So I'm going to count those as 3 losses, which is why I have them going 13-3, but it's, like as Stephen A. Smith says, a mere bag of shells. For the New England Patriots, it won't really matter too much. They will still be either the 1 or 2 seed in the AFC, and they're going to win this division very easily. No other team in this division is going to be even close to the New England Patriots. Now let's move on to the New York Jets. Yes, that's right, the New York Football Jets. After just talking about the Patriots, now talking about the Jets, it feels like night and day here because the Jets might just have the worst roster in the entire NFL. It's bad, folks. It's really bad. They have the worst quarterback situation in the league. Okay, you got Josh McCown, you got Christian Hackenberg, you got Bryce Petty. Hackenberg has looked horrible in preseason. Okay, Josh McCown's like 50 years old at this point. Okay, I don't know why he's still in the NFL, even though he had a decent season last year and a couple years ago with the Bears. But with that being said, worst quarterback situation in the league and worst receivers in the league, okay? Robbie Anderson is your #1 receiver because Quincy Enunwa is now out for the whole season with a neck injury. I did like Quincy Enunwa, but he's out, okay? So there's no Brandon Marshall. You got no good receivers out there for them. It's a bunch of no-name guys that, quite frankly, hard to even know where these guys are or who these guys are. The only notable strength for this team and what they're good at is the backfield. They still have Matt Forte and Bilal Powell, although I'll argue Matt Forte is getting up there in age, so I don't know how effective he is. I like Bilal Powell. I do like him, pick him up in fantasy. I like Bilal Powell for that reason. But you're talking about they dumped all their veterans. No Darrelle Revis, no Nick Mangold. It's a complete rebuild, tear-down job for the New York Jets. They are going to stink. They are going to be horrible. They are going to be awful to watch. At this point, all they're trying to do is basically just develop any of their young guys, their draft picks that they got this season, trying to see if Christian Hackenberg can resemble any sense of a real-life NFL quarterback, or even Bryce Petty, okay? Either of those two, if they pan out, the season's a success if they find their quarterback, or if not, next year's draft class is stacked. They'll go get one of those QBs because they're going to be a top 5 pick, for sure, a top 3 for me. I have them going 2-14. They're going to be absolutely atrocious this year. Next, let's move on to the Buffalo Bills, who fired head coach Rex Ryan and hired new head coach Sean McDermott. So the Buffalo Bills also had a notable trade, 2 trades actually. They traded away Sammy Watkins and they acquired cornerback EJ Gaines and also Jordan Matthews. Okay, so they were able to add to both their offense and defense, but they get rid of Sammy Watkins, which I thought it was a decent trade, but you know, if Sammy Watkins ends up popping off for the Rams, who knows, they might regret that. But with that being said, they still have Tyrod Taylor. He's their starting quarterback. They should still have LaShawn McCoy in the backfield. They drafted Zay Jones, who's looking like their number 1 receiver at this point, okay? I like Zay Jones a lot. I like him a lot. He's a sleeper for me in fantasy football just by sheer volume and the opportunity he's going to get in this offense. But that's a lot of responsibility on a rookie like Zay Jones, but I do like him. So that's one positive for the Bills. They did sign Anquan Bolden, but for some reason, he just retired, okay? He signed with the Bills, and then a couple days later, I think after the Sammy Watkins trade, he just said, nope, I'm done. Okay, I'm out, sorry. I would rather retire than play with Tyrod Taylor, okay? That's basically what Anquan Bolden was probably thinking, and he retired, so no Anquan Bolden. So basically for them, they still have, like I said, Zay Jones. Jordan Matthews was the other trade that I did not mention. So they have Jordan Matthews. He's having some injury issues, but he should be their number 1 receiver alongside Zay Jones. So you have that. But I don't see too much out of this offense. I mean, really, outside of any offseason move they've made, they signed fullback Pat DeMarco. I mean, really, they have a bunch of draft picks. The Bills made it clear with those 2 trades that they're going to rebuild, so they won't be very good this season as well. They've got, like, I believe 6 or 7 draft picks in the first 3 rounds in the next draft. So the Bills are looking towards the future. I believe this is the last year that Tyrod Taylor is their quarterback. Who knows if he even makes it through the year, okay? Like I said, LaShawn McCoy is still there, but I don't know. But he's the only option that I like in fantasy football, like I said, outside of Zay Jones. Jordan Matthews is okay. But with that being said, I don't expect this team to be very competitive. I have them going 5-11. I think the bottom is going to fall out for the Bills. This is the start of a reclamation project. They won't be as bad as the Jets, but they'll be bad. And let's end it with the Miami Dolphins, who I believe got worse with the acquisition of Jay Cutler this offseason. So they basically replaced Ryan Tannehill with Jay Cutler after Ryan Tannehill went down with his injury. Now, listen to me loud and clear. I am no Ryan Tannehill fan, okay? You will not mistake me for a Ryan Tannehill fan. I think he's average, okay? I think he's an average quarterback, okay? Nothing great, just average. Jay Cutler, I watched him in Chicago for like the past 8-9 seasons, however long he was. I'm a Bears fan, if you didn't know, by the way. Watched him in Chicago. He is the last guy you want quarterbacking your team. Now, I know my quarterback right now is Mike Glennon, so I shouldn't be talking. But here's the thing with Jay Cutler. He's a guy that just shows up, doesn't inspire. He doesn't even want to play football. That's what it feels like to me. And so with me, it's just there's no passion. There's no motivation. There's just nothing there. I don't think the Dolphins are going to rally around Cutler, because no one wants to rally around Jay Cutler. Look, guys, he's a good quarterback in terms of the NFL standard, okay? Because there's a lot of bad quarterbacks out there, okay? You got guys like I said, Mike Glennon, Christian Hackenberg, Matt Barkley, Brian Hoyer, Bryce Petty. You got a bunch of guys that I can find that are worse than Jay Cutler talent-wise. But I'm done with that, okay? So, to Dolphins fans, good luck with Jay Cutler. Hopefully he has a good season. You can argue he's better than Ryan Tannehill, but like I said, it's not about that. To me, it's about intangibles, and I don't know if the Dolphins are going to play for Jay Cutler or play well with Jay Cutler. You got JJ still there, who had a monster season last season. You got Jarvis Landry, Kenny Stills still there. They lost Deion Sims to the Chicago Bears, but they have Devontae Parker. So offense is decent to pretty good around Jay Cutler. He's got the weapons. He's got a run game. I believe this is going to be a very run-heavy team. Now, on defense, they signed Lawrence Timmons and Nate Allen in free agency, but their defense is still the biggest question to me. I think they still have trouble stopping the run now, and Dominican Sue is still there for the Dolphins, but I believe they're going to be a mid-tier team. I'm not a big fan of them in terms of repeating what they did last year when they made the playoffs at 10-6. I think Jay Cutler, getting him, to me, as hard as this is to believe, trust me, guys, I've watched him in Chicago. His best season that everyone loves talking about with Adam Gase. Okay, remember he had that amazing season. They went 6-10. They went 6-10 with Adam Gase. He had that great season with the great QBR. I have the Dolphins going 7-9. I can't see him making playoffs. I'm sorry, I just can't. Okay. So with that being said, that it is what it is. So there you have it, folks. My preview and predictions for every team in the AFC West. Keep a lookout for my coming videos doing the next divisions in the AFC. And of course, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.